Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're playing some Pokemon Scarlet, as you can probably see right in front of you. Today's been a pretty good day, I think. I mean, we've had brand new Pokemon news. Obviously the DLC was announced. The Indigo mask, no, Indigo thing, Teal mask, I can't, Teal mask, Indigo mask, the Teal disc, that's what it's called. Got there in the end. Obviously some new Pokemon reveals as well, but most importantly, right now, there are some new legendaries that we can catch via raids, so that is what we're going to be doing, at least for today. So let's switch over to this. Here we go, here we are. So yeah, let's get going. So here they are, we've got Iron Leaves and Walking Wake. Now I must admit, I don't really have anything prepared for these, but I'm going to try. If not, we may have to build something, but for the moment we are going to just try and take them on. After this, if we are successful and it does go quickly, we will be doing some shiny hunting. I've saved up quite a bit of Herb Mystica. So we should be able to get to hunting some Sinistea and maybe even some Burnett or whoever else turns up as well. But as for right now, we've just got to try and load into one of these lobbies. In fact, we could go find our own. That might be easier. What are the rest of the types, by the way? I assume it's grass. Oh, actually, it could be. Oh, I don't know. Let's find out. So Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves is what type? Nope, that's not a Pokemon, that's just how much iron is in leaves. Where's our raid? We should have one. Don't really want to reset the game. I assume it's that. Oh, but then that would be Iron Leaves, no? Yeah, it can't be then. Okay, maybe I have to reset the game, which I'm not going to do right now, so we'll just have a look for some online. So Iron Leaves is Grass Psychic, okay. And Walking Wake, which I must admit is an odd name, I wasn't expecting something like that. Walking Wake is Water Dragon, interesting. Okay, so I reckon Azumarill is probably the best shot for Walking Wake then. You know, considering it's Dragon, and Azumarill's Water Fairy, so should deal pretty well against Water Dragon. I don't know its moves yet, but we shall see how easy it is, I suppose. And hopefully that can help us decide whether it is worth using Azumarill or not. Oh wait, this is the same one from before. Okay, well, as soon as it stops loading, we will refresh. There we go. Okay, quick refresh there. And go straight into one. Where's a Giraffe there, but it's only 4-star. Damn, I didn't know I could have a 4-star. There's 5-star and 6-star. It's one of the few Pokemon that gives much higher chances of what's it called? Herb Mystica. Try, got to get in first though. There we go. Alright. Let's go grab our Azumarill. And we'll get straight into it. Let's get going. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I think I prefer Walking Wake just because it is a bit more different. Virizion looks so similar. I know that like in like battle and animation it looks a bit more different, but just on the outside it still just looks so, you know, normal. I don't know, maybe some people really like it, but at least Walking Wake has a bit more, you know, difference, I suppose. I may have to turn the volume down depending on how loud it is, but it is quite loud. I'm just going to turn the whole thing down. There we go. It is loud, but it's fine. We'll work it out. Alright. The only thing is it's water terror type. Oh yeah, hold on. So the Zoomer's going to be useless. What am I on about? Okay, this might be a dumb idea. Let's just see how this goes. I think Miraidon's probably the most useful here, but yeah, Miraidon's going to be very, very useful. But I don't have Miraidon. I'm playing Scarlet, so alright. Now, Hydro Steam, what type? I assume that's a type move. Oh, I didn't even use it on me. That's right. Okay, we'll go straight to Play Rough. Take that. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage. Maybe Azuma was the right choice then. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to turn it down. Come on. And this shouldn't be too hard, it's only a 5-star. Well, I must admit, I feel like it's a bit dumb that it's being released like this, you know? And I'm surprised that we didn't have DLC, like, I'm surprised it's so far away. But then at the same time, you know, they released this game very quickly, and it's not like they decided to do a Pokemon Presents at this day, because, you know, it's like has to. It's a day that where it's actually really important, so, you know, they can't exactly be like, oh, we just picked this random day, you know, this is Pokemon Day, so. Hi Dolphin, how's it going? Yeah, today's Pokemon Presents, it was hype. I'll be honest though, I did prefer, I think last year's was better. But then last year's was, you know, the reveal of Scarlet and Violet, so it's hard to top really. I think a lot of people had preconceptions as well about exactly what was coming, and I think a few people are maybe a little bit disappointed about Iron Leaves in particular. Obviously it's still a very cool concept, and I'm glad they're a thing. I'm just not sure about the release methods. I really don't think a raid is you know, a really great way to actually, you know, get a new, effectively legendary Pokemon. Well, it's not legendary, is it? It's Paradox. Never mind then. Forget about that. Right, well, we're nearly there. I'm trying to get out just so I can turn the volume down. Alright, come on. There we go. Miraidon absolutely carrying there. I do like the terrestrial symbol on its head though. Alright, we're obviously going to catch it. What should we catch it in? It's not shiny, so I don't care about Luxury Ball, because I catch all my shinies in Luxury Ball. You know what, I'm actually going normal Pokeball. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Normal Pokeball. Forgot how long the animation is if you haven't caught on before. There we go, there's our Walking Wake. Very nice. Okay, we can see, look, this music's alright. It's that other one, oh my god, it's suddenly silent. Let me turn myself back up again. There we go, it's a bit better. We are turning this music massively down. I'm doing it in game because I cannot, unfortunately, separate my mic and game audio at the moment. I mean, there's a potentially I could, but sometimes it's just too hard to distinguish between. Alright, should we have a look? See what it looks like. We'll probably have gone into here. There we are, Walking Wake, level 75. Oh my god, it's huge. What the... Oh my... What? Look at the size of it. My goodness. This thing's massive. Oh, the tails are cool though. Tails are very cool. I mean, it looks awesome. It looks awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they maybe made it a bit too dinosaur-y, because Suicune in itself is like a very like solid Pokemon. But like it still is pretty darn awesome. This is the whole idea of Paradox. A lot of people saying it's just imaginary Pokemon. It's not actually Pokemon, you know, people have what's the word? Actually, like, what's it? Oh yes, you know, core. It's more they've imagined it. That's, you know, a lot of people are saying that's the idea behind it. Where's the Ditto I just caught? I did a Ditto raid just before this started because I've been trying to get a 6 IV one. Obviously, these are all 5s because, you know, that's how they work. But wait. Can I search by recent? Well, let's do Ditto. Basically, I want to get, for perfect breeding and stuff, I want to get a 6 IV one. You might have gone into this. What level? No, not that one. And then basically just trade it for like a Japanese one or a different language one. Okay, yeah, so that one I caught, it must have been this one. I guess there was a gap next to that, so land it. That's fine. We'll get a 6 IV eventually, and when I do, because the reason I've got a 5 IV one that's Japanese, but I want a 6 IV one, and that's in the luxury ball. So I figured if I can get an English 6 IV one in the luxury ball, anyone who's from another language looking for the same thing should hopefully have that up for trade. All right. Well, I mean, we did that really quickly, so I'm tempted just to go in straight and try Iron Leaves now. I mean, we'll give it a go. If we don't get it first time, that's fine. What we can do is we do some shiny hunting after. Why not? Oh, there's an Amoongus right there. I sort of wish I'd clicked that now, because that's really good for Herb Mystica. Alright. We might not even get into it. Let's find out. It does look, I mean, look at it though. Like, you can, from the silhouette, a lot of people just instantly assume that is Virizion. I don't know. The swords, I don't know if you haven't seen, it has like 3 swords at once coming from like the tip of its ears and the middle of its head, which is quite cool. But apart from that, there's not really any difference. Alright, so we made it in. It's Psychic Grass type. Now what good against Psychic is Dark, Bug and Ghost. I don't really have anything for. I have Greninja, but it's not really, you know, got good survivability, and it's going to have Grass type moves. Obviously this isn't helpful. Maybe, you know what, we'll take Goldengo. Goldengo, I think, actually. Yeah, we'll just do that. I don't know if this is gonna work. I mean, to be fair, it's only a 5-star raid. It shouldn't be that bad, but I guess we're gonna find out. Okay. Let's try. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. This Ordengo is using metal sounds, so we might have a chance here. We might have a chance. That paralysis as well is huge. Right, if I can get 3, then I'll attack and see if it will work. I mean, we'll see, let's see. It is a 5, it is a 5, other than that. No, King Gambit must have taken it. Shield. That's basically this round over. Okay, yeah, Swords Dance is good. Please use Mythical Sound, other Golden Go. Might have missed. Okay, this is my chance. Okay, this should get it. Oh no, not Mythical Sound, still being. That was close. Come on, please don't miss. This has got to hit it, right? Yes, easy. Look at that. Wasn't even close. That's what happens when you bring a Golden Go. Well, I mean, it wasn't going to be a 7. But yeah, pretty easy that one. This is also going to Pokeball. I do need to shiny hunt the Swords of Justice at some point. I think they're really all cool Pokemon. I think they're some of the best, like, sub-legendaries there are. But I'm probably going to just leave that for Gen 5 remakes. It's such, you know, it'll only be like, you know, in the next few years, and I've got tons of Pokemon I need to show still. So, but yeah, I mean that was pretty easy, I must admit. But yeah, we'll take that. Let's have a look at it. Is it going to be the same size? I wonder. It looks pretty big, doesn't it? Are they both? Oh, they're both. Ooh, I got 5 IVs on my walking wake. I'll take that. There's probably some people out there crazy enough to reset for 4s, but I'll take that. That's nice. Alright, let's see how big Iron Leaves is then. Yeah, okay. Iron Leaves isn't big. Ooh. That's fine, we're not going to be using online anymore anyway. He does look cool, but like at the same time, I don't know how I feel about it. I think Virizion is definitely one of the coolest ones of the, you know, of the Justice Trio. Maybe probably the coolest. But I feel like this is a little bit of a letdown. Especially when we all thought they were going to be fused as well. Like after we saw the, you know, the drawings and stuff, and imagine those fusions. I mean, I think they may have let us down a little bit there. But, you know, it's what it is. It's not the end of the world. Do either of them have marks? Also, I did a code earlier, and my Hisuian Zoroark did not come through. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but sorry, my mic's gone all dodgy. Alright, hello Zero, how's it going? I guess we just start hunting here then. I mean, the only issue is it's starting to become day. So I was hoping we could get some Banets in here as well. But what we'll do is we'll save. We've completed both our raids now. And we'll go and make our sandwiches. Alrighty. We're going to be making a ghost sandwich, naturally, for Sinistea. Just salt and... okay, so I'm going to... unfortunately, the Herba Mystica that I aimed to get the most of were sour and sweet, which are possibly the worst ones to get, considering that some of their combinations don't work, but using 2 sweet does allow ghost type, so we will go for that. I also realised I just forgot to add the ghost type bit in here. I'm trying to find a way with the new Scarlet Paradox Pokemon. Honestly, just if you just join online, there's like they nearly always appear. It should be very, very easy to find. I literally just did that, and I've got both of them already, so it doesn't take too long. Ghost is red onion. So you add our 3 red onions, our 2 sweet herb mystica, and we'll just do this. And there we go. Still nothing, really. We'll see, every time I've clicked on there, there's been one. And both times, I literally clicked on the first one I saw, and I got into both of them and won them both first time. They're not hard if you have, you know, decent raid Pokemon. I used Goldengo for Virizion, someone else had or for Iron Leaves, and someone else had a Goldengo, which Metal Sounded Eye, Nasty Plot, and Steel Beam, so it made it a lot easier. But Walking Wake was really easy. I just used a Azumarill, you know, not even strong type, super effective or anything, but Azumarill, Belly Drum, Play Rough worked really, really well. So you just got to refresh, to be honest. I said, I mean, look, I'll show you now. Actually, I did disconnect, but realistically, it's if you just refresh, they should appear. Oh, I'll tell you what you might not have done. If you're not seeing any, have you done the update? If you go into your home screen, like this, and press plus, then you can go to software update and press via the internet. You must have an update for it, I believe. So double check that you've done the update, otherwise none will appear. Because that is an important thing. I believe, anyway. I assume you can't do it without the update. You know, when it came out, I just refreshed a few times until it said it was there, and eventually was. So, alright, we're all done picnicking, so we can officially start looking for some Sinistea. Unfortunately, there's a Bombardier, that's what it's called, thing here. But that's fine. I said Sinestea's the target. I reckon it should be easy to see in the day, but of course it's a very tiny Pokemon. So, you know, making sure I do see it may be a little tricky. It's going to be very easy to miss. It's not a hunt I particularly wanted to do for a while, but Violet wants my own world. Oh, so you have the update then. Well, I mean, I don't even have the Scarlet one in here at the moment, because I think I need to reopen and close the game. Because I should have these. Because this can't be Virizion or Iron Leaves because I'm in Scarlet. And last time I checked, there wasn't another one. So, yep, I don't have the Scarlet one. I mean, I'm sure I could just open and close, but honestly, mate, I 100% just recommend if you just go into Poke Portal. Look, I'll let you go straight in and I'll show you. Just going to communicating. There we go, both right there. That's been every single time I've gone in for me. So make sure that you're 100% connected to the internet. Make sure you've got the update. And I don't, you know, they should appear. And if they don't, just keep trying, because they 100% will. They're pretty much spawning for everyone at the moment, because it's so fresh. So everyone will be looking to do it as soon as possible, really. So it shouldn't be too hard, but, you know, you might have some issues, I don't know. But I can't imagine it's just from really unlucky joining. There's probably some sort of connection issue or something like that. Right, this is going to be a really difficult hunt. It's fine. You just got to get close up, and I've just got to stay in the zoomed in one. If I zoom out, that's going to make it a lot more difficult, so we should not be doing that. So I've just got to stop and check every time. But my other issue is the fact that I can't actually tell where Sinesteas are spawning. Oh, I heard the noise. I need to fix my Twitch alerts. But if we go to, I assume I know who it is, but we'll click on the stream manager anyway. Thank you, Zero, for the follow. Really appreciate it. Where else? Can I go here, or is the Bombardier going to get in the way? Oh my god, no way! What? It's right there! Oh my god, we got it so quickly! There's no way! Oh wow, look at it! Look at the Sinistea, we got it so quickly! What are the chances? See, that's what happens when you follow Zero. If you join my stream and you follow, shinies appear. This is how the world works, my friends. This is how the world works. Okay, so we obviously can't use full swipe, but we're just going to try and put it to sleep. And I am a person who catches shinies in luxury balls, so yeah, it's basically I'm basically the PM7 guarantee right there. I mean, if you follow, that's how it goes. But wow, I can't believe we found that. And to be honest, that was a lot easier to see than I thought it would be. So now we've just got to hope we can catch it in a luxury ball, because we can't lower its health, not without a bit of risk. So there we go, caught, just like that. Lovely. I mean, there's no way on earth it's authentic, but yeah, man. Yeah, look, phony form. I don't care. I don't care what form it is. We got a Sinistea. I mean, how long was that? 4 minutes in? 4 minutes? How crazy is that? I mean, we're gonna keep going because I want, you know, obviously I want a poltergeist as well. But I mean, the luck on here is pretty insane. I mean, look, I'll show you something pretty cool. Decided to do the Dunsparce hunt the other day. Naturally evolved to get the Dunsparce, and you'll never believe it, I got a 3-segment on my first go. 3-segment shiny Dunsparce of my first Dunsparce evolution, or shiny Dunsparce, should I say. So yeah, my shiny luck's pretty solid, I must admit. You know, I've got over probably 300-ish shinies now as well, for my shiny living dex, so it's going pretty well. What was your favourite Pokemon? The Pokemon that's been the most for me so far, because I still haven't got, actually I've got 2, so I did the shiny hunted for Arceus, and it's still going. I'm over 6,500 resets for that. Still nothing, so that's fun. And then the other one, which was on me, was Registeel. I got it after 400 resets in Shield, and just struggled, you know, just decided to leave my mind. I completely forgot about it, and it struggled and died. When I had a Master Ball, I was just trying to luxury ball it the whole time. Zoroark, really? So I have a shiny Zoroark, which I will just show you again. I have both shiny Zoroark and Zoroark, both here. There's my Zorua, and there's my Zoroark. Now, I don't know if you have tried this. If you watch Philly Beats' video, he covers it really well. If you use a Dark Sandwich, Dark type encountering shiny Sparkling Power Sandwich, for Zorua, I think it is. I know where it is on the map. Let me show you on the map. On the map, it's here. It's just outside Medali. So just outside Medali. Oh, so to find one. Okay, so yeah, you've done that then. See, I got really lucky and got them both on my first sandwich. But yeah, so you can do that and load them a Mabostiff spawn, and you can instantly tell which is a Zorua because Mabostiff usually spawn with Mastiff, so no Mastiff around the Mabostiff. It's obviously a Zorua. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, the Zoroark, I said it worked really well for me. I have the clip somewhere. Maybe I'll get it up after this sandwich. I don't want to keep wasting time. In fact, you know what? I can get it up now. Why not? I'll show you my Zoroark clip. It was actually a Skuntank, which was pretty cool. Here it is. So you know, I was just there's loads of obviously different ones that spawn up here. And then I saw this one by the tree that was on its own. I wasn't sure if it was part of the stunkies around, and naturally, I couldn't take it out, so it had to be a Zoroark. I very nearly left it as well. I saw it, I was like, nah, I can't be bothered, and I was like, you know what, I better just check everything anyway. Not the best angle in the world, but it was still pretty awesome. You know, I think it's one of the best shinies. And yeah, a very, very good Pokemon. I mean, who doesn't like Zoroark? I have shiny hunted both my favourite Pokemon though. So my favourite Pokemon are almost joint between Lugia and Rampardos, which I have shiny of both now. Lugia I did in Shield and Rampardos in the BDSP. If you could redo your favourite Pokemon shiny, how would you make it look? See, Rampardos I'm happy with. Rampardos I'm completely happy with. Lugia, I've always found that the red is like, I don't know, I feel like it's a bit too light. I feel like to make Lugia a better shiny, you can't have it over the top. It can't end up looking like Shadow Lugia, because that would be a bit too much. But I'd maybe make it a bit of a stronger red, And maybe some, I can't really, you know, say off the top of my head, because I can't really imagine what it would look like, or what would work well. But, maybe change the accents, of the eyes. So the rest of it's red, maybe the accents of the eyes, I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah, light red pink, yeah, it's a good, I think it's just a bit weak. It might look different in better games, and maybe if it comes to Scarlet and Violet, it might be, I can't remember if they've got it or not, but, you know, maybe it would be, look a bit better, you know, how the textures and all things like that. But I think you just got to mess around. I think the white has to stay the same. I think changing the white would look a bit odd, but I think just changing those accents, because I think the light reddish pink isn't as great. I mean, it's grown on me, 100%, don't get me wrong, it's really grown on me, but I think they definitely could have done better, personally. But Rampardos, I think Rampardos is perfect. You know, there's no point changing like the greyish part, you know, it's like his main body. It's the blue that makes it stand out, so changing that to like a solid red I think is really, really awesome. That was a long hunt actually, that really drove up my hours in BDSP, along with Arceus as well. Obviously Arceus still isn't done, so... I mean, the day I get Arceus is going to be lovely, but I can't imagine I'm going to stream Arceus anytime soon, because it's not exactly the most interesting for people to watch. You know, maybe if I had a bit more of a decent following first, it would be something to do, but I can't imagine I'll still be doing it by then. I mean, it's going to be worth it. Okay, Zoroark Shiny, go on then, tell me what you... I really, really like Zoroark Shiny. I wouldn't have thought of it on my own, but I think they've done it really, really well. But yeah, I'm interested to hear what you say. Because there are many shinies I think are fantastic, and then I see a redesign, and I'm like, wow, that looks fantastic as well. And as long as you have no like nostalgia attached to the Pokemon, it's very easy to prefer the fake shinies, or you know, think they look a bit nicer. Because a lot of them do. A lot of them 100% do. Like for example, well not for looking better, I haven't seen any others, but Great Tusk. The colours I thought never would work, but I absolutely love it. I think it's an awesome shiny. What if instead of replacing the red with a different colour, we invert his original colours? So what, black, like long hair, and then like what, red body? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that could work. It's just hard to sort of imagine, isn't it? Like, I think a lot of shiny like differences, realistically, you have to see the shiny, or see it designed first before you can go, okay, yeah, you know what, that shiny's better, that shiny's cooler. I mean, I think to be fair, it's quite easy with rubbish shinies, you know. I almost think any Serral Edge shiny I've ever seen is better than its current shiny. Even if I don't like it, it's just better than its current shiny. Or certainly Armor Rouge anyway. I mean, why they didn't swap colours, I don't know, but... The main body's all coins and red black hair, yeah, I think that would look pretty solid. I'm just trying to imagine it. It's just hard to kind of imagine, because you just want to instantly revert back to its normal colours. But the thing is, as well, it's a Pokemon you're less likely to see get redesigned by at least, you know, someone more mainstream. Because it is so loved by so many people already. A lot of people, redesigns of shinies you see tend to be shinies that, you know, people don't like so much, or think need a change. So, you know, you're welcome to do it yourself, but ultimately, it's unlikely you're going to ever see, you know, or at least see a lot of different ones online, you know. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear Regice, because Regice is like, I don't know if you've ever tried any of Nokimon's shiny quizzes. I 100% recommend them. He's got 3 of them now. The third one came out today for Pokemon Day. The first video I think is trying to guess the real shiny, and then I think the last 2 are trying to find the fake, or fakes. But it's a really cool video, and it really messes with your mind and what you think you know about shiny Pokemon, because there are multiple, especially today I actually did really well, I only dropped 2 points. But in the second video, there were Pokemon I was 100% sure that was, you know, that wasn't the fake, and it was, and it's crazy. You don't ever realise. Yeah, black would, to be honest, I feel like black works for most Pokemon, really. Black would work with so many Pokemon. Sinistea, right now, black with like yellow accents, black and yellow, black and gold is always a good combination. But, you know, yeah, I think that you've got a better excuse to give Regice a better shiny, because it's just so bad. It's definitely the worst of the three. Well, I'm not a fan of Regirocks, but Regice is just so similar. It has to be the worst. And Registeel is my favourite, I think. Hence me hunting it. I'm still salty about losing it. But you know, I imagine I'll hunt it in the future. It's just one of those longer, boring hunts, isn't it? And right now, the focus is on trying to get Arceus. You know, I thought I would have done Shaman or Darkrai as well by now, but nope. Still on Arceus. Just trying to do that in between time. I think I saw True Green 7 do a Regice rework. I can't quite remember what it looked like, but I think it was better. I think it was him I saw do it. It makes sense, you know, it's just a shiny that isn't very interesting. But I see he does a lot of shiny rework videos because there are so many out there that are just rubbish. But there's also just a lot out there people don't particularly like. You know, so I like some shinies that other people don't. Some people think some shinies are fantastic, and I hate it. It just depends on the person really, and you know what they're personally into. And I think the like for the Pokemon can always have a bit of an impact as well. And knowing what the original one looks like. A lot of people like shinies and don't even know what the normal one looks like, you know. So it can really vary, but ultimately I think they maybe 85% I reckon of Pokemon probably have a good shiny, or a shiny that I like. I'd say that. There are very few I hate. Because like realistically, Garchomp, Regice, all of them, I don't hate them. They're just really rubbish and boring. There's nothing I look at and go, oh, that's ugly. Something like Spidox. Spidox, I mean the Pokemon's not great, but I think its shiny is really ugly looking. Whereas Tarantula doesn't look too bad. Hisuian Zoroark. It's purple, isn't it? It's like darker. I think Hisuian Zoroark looks perfect. Zoroark looks absolutely perfect. Zoroark, I don't know. I like, to be fair, I like the colours. I think the colours work. It's just half of my view is tainted by the fact I'm not a massive fan of Hisuian Zoroark. Like the idea behind it is awesome. You know, the shiny, the execution of everything, I think is really good. Something about like the overflowing hair looks a bit off to me. Zoro is so simple yet so perfect as a normal ghost. It works really, really well. But Zoroark, Hisuian Zoroark, I don't know so much. It's hard because I don't know if my view of Hisuian Zoroark taints my view of its shiny. I think, to be fair, of its pure shiny, I think its colours work really, really well. Obviously, it doesn't beat the original Zoroark, but I think you can't say that it has a bad shiny. Least favourite regional version, really? Okay, no, it's definitely not there. I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, because so we've got all the Alolan, we've got all the Galarian. I really like, to be honest, I think I like all of the Galarian ones. Stunfisk is the only one I'm not bothered about. All the rest of them, I think are really, really solid. Alolan, you've got Raichu, Geodude. I'm not a massive fan of Geodude line. I don't know, I feel like it's a bit much, especially Golem. Or like the Graveler with like thick eyebrows. It does look a bit weird. Are there any in Galarian Meowth? Okay, yeah, true. Galarian Meowth is great. I do have a shiny Galarian Meowth actually, but it's from a raid, and I have no idea if that was legit or not. So I'm gonna hunt it eventually again. I think Berserker's awesome. I think Berserker's really cool. Yeah, Galarian Meowth's not great. I understand like its reasoning, but I don't love it. I don't know. Stunfisk is just a hard Pokemon to like. I've got its normal version shiny. I don't have its Galarian though. Galarian Darmanitan really cool. Or Darumaka, sorry. I don't know. It's just. It's hard. I mean, I think obviously the idea is great, and I think with the convergent stuff in this game is awesome. Like convergent, you know, with the Toedscruel, that's really cool. Big fan of that. You know, so I hope they do more of that in the future. What are you fighting? Is it? I assume it's one of the new Paradox Pokemon, aka Walking Wake or Iron Leaves, I assume. What Pokemon are you using? Because it completely depends on what you've brought. Yeah, so iron leaves. I mean, what have you brought? Because Zoroark. Yeah, I mean it's because they're not a great raid Pokemon. I mean I don't know how much you've done raids, but ultimately for for specific raids, specific Pokemon work better. You can build them up, get their IVs up. Also depends on who you're fighting with online. If other people don't bring anything good, the timer goes down way faster. Are you playing offline or online? Because it said, if other people are doing as well, they could, be struggling a little bit. I managed to do it first go. I got a little bit lucky, but basically I brought a Goldengo, and someone else brought a Goldengo, and they Metal Sound their first go, and I Nasty Plot, so they just did that 3 times, I Nasty Plot 3 times, and then Steel Beamed, and it was an instant kill, so it worked out very nicely for me. I mean, if you find anyone to do it with, that's definitely the strat, especially with no one else, attacking it or trying to get near its shield. Honestly, I said if you just get someone decent online, you'll be completely fine. But if you're on your own, I highly recommend a Goldengo, because I think you can still beat it on your own. You just have to be a little patient, because it might throw up its shield early. Yeah, that's what I mean. Even at level 100s, like with a lot of people bring the Greninja or the Charizard or the Cinderace to raids, and they just get hammered because even if they're they're built and stuff, they're just not fit for those raids. I mean, it might work. It depends, but I personally, for raids, tend to stick with either Iron Hands or Goldengo. Generally Iron Hands, just because it's more consistent. Goldengo you can do a long setup and then just misses, and it's a bit frustrating. But that is what it is. How long have we got left? I mean, we'd be lucky to get a second Sinistea, wouldn't we? What have we got over here? Nope. I can't believe I got that first one so quickly. That was a real surprise. But a pleasant one, a very welcome one, I must say. Oh, it's changing day. Does that mean it's dusk now? Oh, I think it's getting there. Come on, Sinistea. I need a Poltergeist. I don't care if you're real or phony, authentic, whatever they're called. I would just like another shiny, please. I'm pretty sure I have a... Is it a Curse Pot? Is that what it evolves with? I can't remember. I think I ended up doing a Poltergeist raid for this dex, but it is, I must admit, it's a bit slow. I think I've done very, very well to get one so quickly, because I'm bound to have like missed one at some point. I do wonder about that, like how many shiny Pokemon I've missed. But then at the same time, you think about it in Sword and Shield, like with older games you can't really say you've missed one, because it's just basically a roll of the dice once you go in the grass. Obviously with Sword and Shield they were out there, so it was already like preset what it was going to be, obviously you just couldn't see. So I wonder how many, I've run past and it was a shiny. Because I would be interested to know. Same in this game, because this game would be worse. Which is why, I'm streaming it more, so hopefully people can watch it and maybe spot one for me. So yeah, King Gambit I can see working. Is King Gambit is, I assume, Dark Steel, right? Like Bishop is. It's quite a strong Pokemon. I'm assuming it's got either high attack or special attack, and Iron Leaves is lower in the corresponding category. But as I said, I just did Goldengo and that worked for me, so. Okay, we've got 8.5 minutes left. You stop running into Sinistea. Can we get another shiny in this time? Who knows? Who knows? I said I was hoping to do this at night, so then I could hunt Burnett at the same time, because it was night when I started. But it pretty much changed today as I made the picnic, so that is fine, that is fine. We've got a shiny, we can't be complaining. It's another shiny to add to the living dex, and that is what matters. Yeah, Eevee like Bishop would be pretty solid. Bishop's one of my top Pokemon as well. I think it's technically the only non-legendary Pokemon I've just done a general like full odds hunt for. I mean, I had a shiny chance to be fair, but in Sword and Shield I just did like regularly encountering it in the wild, knocking them out and stuff to get like the best streak possible. I can't quite remember how the what the mechanics were behind it, but I think I got it after like 600 or something. And I was so scared of it being my first shiny, and I hadn't prepared for it. I didn't bring a Pokemon that had Harvest or anything like that. So I literally ended up just using a Master Ball on it. Yeah, red and black is... I mean, I think it's a black with anything. With black accents or black as a dominating colour, it always works, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but... Oh my god, I thought that was it for a second. It was just tilted towards me. Typical. Koraidon shiny looks incredible because it's just like the black with all the like little white and yellow accents. You know, it looks fantastic. Umbreon with this, you know, obviously it's a black Pokemon originally, but you know, black with the blue accents, like it just works so well because it kind of just defines any other colour on the Pokemon and makes them really stand out. I'm trying to think of others now. Other red and black Pokemon. Red and black. Can't think of any off the top of my head. Mega Charizard X is shiny. What is Mega Charizard X is shiny? I don't know off the top of my head. Hold on a second, let me have a look. Let's pause this. I think I know what it is. Oh no, okay. That is not what I thought it was. I think Mega Charizard Y shiny is worse. Oh, actually, I don't know. I quite like it. The green looks incredible, I think. I've generally never seen Mega Charizard X's shiny before. But that looks really, really cool, I think. I really like that. I don't know, it's just different. Like, black of Charizard obviously looks sick, but that green, I think it works. I think it works. I'm sure black would as well, but I can't imagine, you know, they would have wanted to keep the shiny across multiple forms, you know? But yet, didn't they do that with Mewtwo, so... I don't know. Mewtwo's more alien, so I guess he can change his form and its own thing. Maybe that's the idea behind it, or is Charizard to come from different background? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the green's a little much. I just personally quite like it. I assume you really like Galarian Moltres then. It's another red and black one. Who, you know, I think we all saw it coming, but the shinies of those are just awesome. Because, for me, I think, so for me, the original birds, I think Articuno is my favourite, then Zapdos, then Moltres, which is funny because I chose Team Valor in Pokemon Go. But then for Galarian birds, I think it goes Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. I think it goes the other way around. Although I do like Galarian Articuno, whereas Moltres I'm not a massive fan of. Yeah, I mean, it's all personal opinion, isn't it, really? Green's my favourite colour, so maybe I'll have some bias on that behalf. But yeah, the Galarian birds, like Articuno is definitely better than Galacticuno for me. And Galarian Moltres is definitely better than normal Moltres to me, whereas Zapdos is kind of in the middle. I like its original, but I really like Galarian Zapdos as well. Especially the shiny, like, if out of the ones with the original shiny, I mean, they all look really good with their original shiny, to be honest. Glassacuna does look really cool. Yeah, maybe. I mean, as I said, it's Charizard. Realistically, a lot of colours would have made it look good. It's a lot of people's favourite Pokemon. You know, I mean, even if it isn't, it's very, very popular. People are going to have mixed opinions because of how much they love it, but at the end of the day, at least it wasn't a Garchomp. You know? They could have just made it a bit more orange or something like that, and that would have been worse. So, you know, you gotta take the positive, I suppose. Plus, realistically, you can always just have Mega Charizard Y if you really like. At least base Charizard looks, you know, better. I do have a base Charizard actually, which I was in Let's Go. That was fun. And it's something I've made me realise, especially in this game, is that I'd actually quite like to catch shinies in their current form, but I'd rather catch a shiny Poltegeist. But realistically, I think isn't that only available through raids to catch a Poltegeist, and I'm not doing that. So, I mean, I could do it in Shield, I suppose, but if I can, I try to catch them in the form that I need them in, just because I think it's a bit, you know, it's more exciting that way. Rather than catching 3 babies of the same Pokemon in a row, it's more exciting catching, you know, Evos and stuff. Especially when you usually get the you know, the baby shiny or the Prevo. It's more exciting getting an evolution. You really? A shiny? You would prefer a Garchomp one? Just a slightly more orange. I don't know. I think people would have been very upset about that. I mean, they're doing it every generation now, you know, just to troll us, but... excuse me. Things like Tandemaus and Mousehold. Like, no one's sitting there going, oh, I love that shiny. Like, the Dunsparce and the fact it's the duds, and it's like, da-da, it's still rubbish. Like that, fair enough. I get that, and you know, I'm not mad at it, right? You know, I think we've had quite a few rubbish Pokemon turn into beasts. You know, if you look at Feebas and Magikarp, and a lot of the, you know, like around pseudo-legendary, or pseudos in the area of them in like the decks, you get a lot of Pokemon that tend to be pretty weak and then turn into something great. And I don't think they could have kept doing that, so I get to Dunsparce. But yeah, Mousehold and Tandemaus, what were they thinking? It's not even like it's nice, it's just awful. See, I haven't watched any of Pokemon Journeys because basically I had never watched the anime, and a friend of mine, you know, basically got me to start watching it. So I have literally watched about 16 episodes of Indigo League, which is literally the first you know, season of the anime, as it were. So I've got, you know, like 1,000 episodes to go, but I wanted to start from the beginning and watch it all the way through. You know, obviously Ash's journey's going to be over soon, but I figured I'd just start watching it, you know, every now and then when I have the time. Okay, I don't think we're going to get a shiny, but we can have a look at our first one and see how that went. Alain, okay, alright, well no spoilers though, because as I said, I am watching it and I do know a few things, obviously, you know, there's no way I couldn't being part of the Pokemon community, but I still want to try and avoid as much as I can. Oh yeah, I've just seen him. Looks pretty cool. Alright, running into that is probably going to mark the end of that sandwich, but it is what has been a pretty successful one. I mean, we got a shiny Sinistea 4 minutes in, which, you know, I absolutely cannot complain about. So let's save there. let's have a look at our new Pokemon. See if it's got a mark at all. Probably doesn't, but you never know. We can also move into that Shinies box as well. So let's move it into our Shinies box. Where I must say I have a lot of Shinies in this game. With 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes, plus another 19. So what, 139? Which is a lot in this game. There's a few dupes, but only like 20ish or so. So I've got way over 100 new Shinies in this game, which is really cool. Okay, so here is our shiny Sinistea. It's not exactly the most, you know, amazing shiny in the world, but let's have a look. So it's got weak armor as expected. Its stats aren't great, but I don't care about the stats. I'm hoping for a mark. It doesn't have one. That's fine though. It's not the end of the world. You know, that's not why we were trying to catch it. But we got a shiny, and that's what matters, right? We got a shiny. I mean, nothing's really going to beat this, not for a long time. Getting that first go is crazy. But I think I got this recently. I think Survivor looks awesome. I actually really like my Bostiff now. And Mastiff, they both look really cool. Annihilate as well. I'm so happy to finally get a Breloom. This is my first ever shiny Gyarados as well. Which is really cool. See the Zoroark and Zoroark. The Tauros the other day, that was really awesome. Yeah, there's a load of fantastic shinies here. Electros as well. Crocodile. I mean, this one, Krokorok, is just insane. Look at that. Look how insane Krokorok is. What else have I got in here? Particularly cool. Volcarona. Very, very solid. I really like my Veluza as well. Garganical. Another awesome one. Obviously, Fortress looks insane with the textures. I mean, look at that. It's proper gold. Really like Brute Bonnet. As I said, Great Tusk. This was like 2 minutes apart, hence me having 2 of them. But I think it's such a good shiny. It works so, so well. Bellibolt, I'm not so sure about, but I like the Pokemon. But yeah, we've had some very, very nice shinies in this game. Kalos is your favourite region, really? Now, I think I have to give it to Sinnoh, just because I really just, I don't know, maybe Unova as well. But Gen 4 is my favourite gen, so I imagine, you know, Sinnoh's my favourite region. Yeah, well, I mean, they'd have to do Megas, right? There's no way they don't. I mean, it's going to be a big thing, because obviously we're going to get, you know, Gen 5 remakes within a few years. But Gen 6 is where we start getting all this, you know, we get, that's our first gimmick. And then, you know, once we start getting more regional forms again, that's going to be weird. I mean, obviously, it's, you know, it's years and years and years away, that, but they will 100%. I wouldn't be surprised. I think they'd probably bring Megas back before that. I can't imagine not seeing Mega Evolution for a long time. But it also depends on how the Pokemon company, you know, they view it really. Because things like Gigantamax and Z-Power is, you know, the whole point is exclusive to a region. And Mega Evolution may just be a gimmick to them. But naturally, I think a lot of people, you know, are massive into them in Pokemon. So it's kind of hard to say whether they will bring it back or not. You just gotta hope, really. Alright, let's do another one. We'll do another one, and then I will... do I pause or end the stream? No, I'll just pause it, because I have to sort my dinner, that's why. Alright. We'll do 2 sweet again. And why not? Let's do this flower pick one, but... yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I can't imagine they'd do a gen like that, because the whole idea is that they're exclusive to those regions, which is why it's hard to see them, like, outside of the regions. I mean, I imagine it will change. You know, they may introduce things, be like, oh, this is from the Galar region, so you can Gigantamax here or something, you know? Or Dynamax or whatever. And as I said, I am surprised we haven't had Mega Evolution back, considering how popular it was. Whereas, you know, Z-Power is, I think, definitely the least favourite of the lot. But I don't know. Yeah, true. Gen 3 did get Megas. So, but I think it's because Dynamax was all about the fact that it was like exclusive to Gala and stuff. So, I mean, it was Gen 6, so that's why it was there. People liked it so much they carried it over effectively. Yeah, it just depends. I think they were allowed to do that because obviously it was the new game and it was like a remake, so it makes sense, I suppose. I mean, that's why I'm surprised when they remade BDSP. Like, obviously, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it was the original games, but they added stuff. You know, there was more story. Obviously, you weren't exactly flying around on the Mega Latios or Latias before. Yeah, you know, it was a remake, whereas BDSP was literally just a remake, which is, I think, what surprised a lot of people. But you know, that's how thing goes. Oh no, I forgot about at night. It gives you Drifblim and Drifloon. Oh, you know what? Maybe this wasn't the greatest idea to do this late in the evening. Yeah, true. Actually, forget about that. I've never played post game of Gen 7 because it wasn't one of my least favourite gens. So I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, it's something that's definitely so popular, but at the same time, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, they're definitely going to bring it back soon, because I feel like if they had, they may have done it already. But then Gen 7, it wasn't that long ago, and you know, they brought it back for both those games, and then if they had brought it back again, a lot of people may feel like that it would end up becoming just an expected thing in games, and then it's not just a Gen 6 gimmick, it's like a multi-generational one. Whereas, you know, Z-Power and Gigantamax, Dynamax and stuff, I can't imagine we're going to be seeing anywhere else anytime soon. Well, the Dynamax I think is a lot better than Z-Power. Z-Power is just basically like a Pokemon with basically a better move. Which all it is just a one good move. Whereas Dynamax is a bit more interesting, I think, so. As I said, it's completely up to the Pokemon company, obviously. You know, what they feel fits into games and stuff, so. I definitely like to see Dynamax return. I really like the idea of Dynamax. I think it worked quite well. Okay, I don't really want to get a shiny Drifloon or a Drifblim, because I have many of both of PLA. So half of me thinks I just do a different hunt whilst it's night time. And you know, have to forget about Shuppet and Banette for now. I don't know. I just don't want a shiny Drifloon or Drifblim, really. Yeah, that's the other issue with doing online raids, is if you get because it's so popular, everyone's going to be doing it, you're going to get a lot of people who don't know what they're doing. Or just very young as well, so yeah, it's a bit of a roll of the dice with that one. I just managed to get quite lucky for both of my first two. I generally thought that was Wiglet for a second there. I wouldn't mind a shiny Greavard or Houndstone, I don't have either of them either. Okay, here we go. So do Drifloon and Drifloon not spawn at night, or are they just... Is it just a dusk thing in this area? Also, what is shiny Banette? Is it just like a navy-ish blue? Hold on, I'm gonna have to double check because I need to make sure I know. I'm pretty sure it is just a shiny, like a darkest blue. I might be wrong. Okay, no, it is. It's just like a bluish colour. I reckon it should be pretty obvious. Okay, Drifblim and Drifloon do still spawn, but they're just not as popular. There are more to spawn, so. Yeah, it is frustrating. As I said, it'll just be like younger kids or people that don't really care or don't know what they're doing. And you're thinking, oh, you know, my Greninja's strong, therefore it's got to be the right choice, right? You know, so. And Greninja's like the worst choice. Literally one of the worst choices. Hello, Piper. Who? Oh, Banette, you mean? Yeah, Mega Banette is pretty cool. So a shiny one would be pretty cool, but We got a shiny Sinistea already. So, you know, if I don't get anything in this sandwich, I can't complain. Who is my favourite Mega? I have no idea. I feel like you've asked me this before. No, I know you have asked me this before. My favourite Mega. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a lot of people's favourite gimmick, to be honest. Favourite Mega. I wouldn't say it's my favourite, but one I actually really like is Swampert. I think Swampert's Mega is really cool. I actually like Gyarados. I know a lot of people don't, but I think Gyarados is pretty nice. I think realistically it's got to be Rayquaza, right? The Mega Gardevoir is rubbish. It's just got a bigger skirt. But Mega Rayquaza, yeah, I mean you can't beat that, I think. I think the other reason is just that, like, obviously Rayquaza's a sick Pokemon, and the Mega is just insane. And then you see its shiny Mega. I have a shiny Rayquaza, so I'd like to be able to, you know, see what it's like shiny, but I got it in Shield, not shiny, Mega, so hopefully they bring back Mega so I can actually see my shiny Rayquaza's Mega. Yeah, Mega Rayquaza is very, very cool. That's what I mean, it's just a legendary that got a gimmick form. It's not surprising that it's a lot of people's favourite, especially such a good legendary. It helps it being the first legendary I hunted. It is very, very cool. Yeah, there's barely any Sinistea spawning now. Sinestea's definitely better in the day, but so maybe we'll get a Banette, which is, you know, I'd be very happy with. So I'm pretty sure it should be quite easy to tell apart as well. So Mega Ordino, like I didn't know existed for a long time, and it is a cool Pokemon. Well, it's cool Mega, but I still don't care for the Pokemon. It just looks cool. I keep getting trolled by landing on the Sinistea like this, thinking it's shiny, and then just realise I'm looking at it from the top. As long as I don't get a Drifloon or a Drifblim, I'm happy, really. That's all we want. Just no Drifloon, please. I've got plenty of you. I really like the Pokemon, but the amount of shinies I've got of them is just stupid. I don't know. I can't remember what half the Megas in Gen 1 are. Pidgeot's is alright. That's the only one I can think of at the moment. Gyarados probably is going to be the winner, I imagine. So you got Mewtwo as well. I'm not bothered by Mewtwo's. Very nice. Okay, yeah, Banette's definitely going to be the main target here now. Because there's just like no Sinesteas, or very, very few. Just gotta hope we get a little bit lucky, hey? And avoid all the Drifloon. I do not want one. No thank you. Yes, Banette is in Scarlet and Violet, and naturally so is Shuckets. And this is one I just knew off the top of my head, not, you know, I didn't have to look it up or anything, because I've seen it so many times coming through this section. Nope. It is a little worrying though when a shiny like looks similar to its normal type, because you always wonder how obvious is it going to be. Have I missed it? Do I have to be really careful? Or can I be a bit more casual? And that's what I was like with the electric, and then I saw it and I was like, oh, it's really obvious. I thought I'd just been missing it loads. So I've done like 2 whole sandwiches, but turns out I just got really unlucky. Yeah, that's why I was gutted about Rampardos, but at the same time I was happy because when I heard about BDSP, I didn't hunt it until PLA. So PLA was a bit annoying because I would have liked to properly hunt it in there, but I couldn't really. Not with the space-time distortions just being so random and really, really relying on some luck. So that's why I did it in BDSP. But it's still annoying at the same time that I couldn't bring it into this game. But I would have been happy if I could have brought it into the game, and not actually caught it in the main game, just because then my BDSP would be worth it, but I'd still be able to have it running around, because all it can go to is PLA and BDSP, unfortunately. Yeah, shiny Aegis Slash is really, really cool. I do know what that one looks like, because Aegis Slash is one of my friend's favourite Pokemon, so naturally he has it shiny. He absolutely loves Aegis Slash. Aegis Slash. It's actually quite hard to say. Aegis Slash. No, it's not. I was just saying Aegis Slash. Gotta say it properly. Aegis Slash. There we go. But yeah, he loves it. So yeah, very, very awesome shiny. When you say nerfed them, do you mean as in like in comparison to the last game they were in, or just their stats changed, or like what's actually different? Oh really? They reduced their base stat total. Damn. Wonder why they did that. Maybe just in testing, with Cresselia always running away, it's just too difficult to ever, do decent damage against it before it healed. Wait, aren't all legendaries meant to have 600 though? Who are you taking? I wouldn't recommend all. Like I said, Goldengo works for me. It's very, very useful, so especially with a partner. Oh really? That's weird. I didn't know for sure, but I'd assumed that all legendaries had a base stat total of 600. Probably should have known. Yeah, I hope this Bonnet is obvious. Feels like I've seen a lot at the moment. Just the issue with the lighting. The lighting can really distort what you're seeing. No, I don't have Suicune and Virizion. Because Suicune and Virizion are not in this game. And it's impossible to get them. Ah, I see. What is going on with... Are they just flying... What in the world? Are they all just getting swept away in the wind? Is that genuinely a thing? Or is that a glitch? They're not, they're just flying away. That is cool. Yes I do. I managed to beat them both first time. So I thought it was pretty easy, but from what I can understand it's just been a bit lucky. I say Yveltal. I used to say Yveltal when I was a bit younger. That's because I didn't really know any better. But I do believe it is a Yveltal. Oh, why am I so tired today? How long we got? We've got 17 minutes. We've still got ages. Got to keep looking around. Yveltal. Is that how you say it? I think it's Yveltal, but you know, said people pronounce things their own way. I mean, the only thing I always used to say, I don't now, was about Ramparados, because for the longest time I used to think it had an A in its name, where it would be Ramparados. I just read it once and never read it again. Yveltal. The way me saying it like that makes me think of like something familiar, but I'm not 100% sure. Me saying it like that, it sounds like something else, but I can't work out what it is. What's the clutch jump? Pokemon talk. I have no idea what you mean. I am lost. You're gonna have to enlighten me here. Whew. It's tiring looking for all of these. Constantly checking if something's a different colour. I mean, I say that like I haven't done it like a million times, but I'm just going to run into this. I know it's not shiny, but it's just the light on the tree made it look a bit different. Yeah, this is pretty much exclusively Burnett, so at least I know you can pretty much isolate Burnett and Sinistea with the other Pokemon around at night and absolutely nothing in the day, so probably the strat then is just to maybe, you know, to search in the night for Burnett. If you get a Sinistea along the way, perfect. And then from there you can have Sinistea in the day once you've got Burnett. You never know, you might get one at night. Luckily I only got one. Oh, not luckily, but you get the idea. Okay. Come on. Give me a shiny, please. Bombardier are really annoying. How was a Vespiquen and Combee just spawned in? That's so random. Anything around here? Nope. Oh, I didn't mean to run into that. Not sure why it said I did. Da 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 da. Okay, let's get past the Bombardier. What was the challenge? Ah, I keep running into these Sinistea. They're too hard to see. They had inverted shiny odds and first to find a non-shiny one. Yeah, that's just dumb. Because that is just literally find a shiny, as it were. Although I suppose it would be a little interesting because how long like you adjust before you go, oh okay, you know, that's not a shiny or whatever. I suppose it'd be quite interesting at first. I mean, the idea is dumb, but I think the execution would be fun. Ah. Damn it. Alright, well, we're going to catch this. But I'm not saving. Well, we'll see. It's realistically, it's going to depend. Because I don't have it in a luxury ball, because I caught them in PLA. And I would prefer luxury ball ones. But I won't save until either the end or we catch something else. Oh, come on, hit hypnosis, please. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to kill you, Drifloon. I would like to put you to sleep, though. Nope. Oh, did it just self-destruct? Oh, well, I've lost that. That's why you save before a shiny. It's fine. I don't really care. It was just for a luxury one. I'm sure I'll come across more. I just didn't want to, you know, effectively waste a sandwich on a Pokemon I don't actually want, really. Well, I'm okay not having a luxury ball for the minute. Yeah, Masuda wouldn't exactly work in that scenario. Oh, I'm going to be a bit annoyed if I find a shiny now, but oh well. I wouldn't, you know, I wasn't to know. Come on, shiny. I don't care what form you're in, as long as you're a ghost that doesn't take away children like Drifloon. Okay, both shiny orbs. Well, is it not just a case of... Because you're not going to do any special methods, because you can't. They all affect shiny odds. So... Unless they affect non-shiny odds in this inverted version. But, you know, I'd just run around until you find something, basically. Just full odds. Depends what game it's in as well, to be fair, but... Oh dear, come on. Ooh, OG Ruby, okay, never mind. That would have been painful. That would have been very painful. How long we've got left? Just under 9 minutes. Try and find a shiny. You never know. Oh dear. Oh. Just ran into another one. No. I cannot escape the tiny Sinistea. Come on. Give me something. Yeah, this one hasn't gone so well. Especially with that bit of trolling from Drifloon. I keep thinking that rock is shiny and then it's just a slightly bluer rock. No. No, just creating these two rocks. know what I'm doing at this point. Just aiming wondrously. Don't know why I did that either. Wandering aimlessly, I think is what I meant to say. Right, how long we got? 6 minutes. Now I'll take a shiny green heart or a houndstone. If you don't want to give me my bonnet. Okay, let's have to check that wasn't shiny. Not in this one. On the previous sandwich, yep, we did found a shiny. But on this one, no, we have not found anything so far. Favourite letter of the alphabet. I don't know. Don't really have one. They're all pretty boring to me. Oh dear. Look away for 1 second and accidentally jump from that. Yeah, back without an iron leaves, that's not the smartest idea there. But unfortunately you just get some people who don't really have a brain. Because they're just lines, aren't they? It's just a series of lines. It's not that interesting. Come on, spawn in, please. Okay, yeah, numbers are boring too. Ah, come on. Nope. Yeah, look, yeah, that's really not very smart. Unfortunately, a lot of people, as I said, are idiots in this game, so... Come on. Give me something towards the end. Make it worth my while. Oh, is that their cry? I was hoping more would spawn in. Yeah, if you have. Oh, run into another one. God, I am really tired. For some reason, not really sure why. I am absolutely knackered. Oh, come on. Why does Mega the Net remind me of Gengar a bit? Something about it which reminds me of Gengar. Ah, dear. Ah. Okay, this one doesn't seem to have gone so well. That's fine. All the drifting are going to start blowing up again now. Seem to fly away in the wind. Come on, spawn in, please. Feeling this one's over. Should have seen that coming. Oh dear. Too tired to pay attention now. Yeah, there we go, last 10 seconds. Cool, those drifting go flying. Really, I caught one as it was flying at me. That is ridiculous. Yeah, well, that means time we're up, so let's just do a double check around me. Just double check, it's definitely not this one. I guess not. Why is your luck the worst? What happened? I'll close that because we lost the battle. That's not what I was going to say. We lost the Herb Mystica. Oh, here I am waiting for it to load, but... Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Yes, it definitely should be allowed to be able to play. Just was playing it. Oh, that is weird. Okay, yeah, that's just dumb. Honestly, just bring a gold and go. It will make life so much easier. Alright, so we reset for our sandwich there. Oh, well, the Iron Hand isn't going to help anyway, because it's Psychic Terror type, so you're going to have to end up, it'll be a bit of a waste anyway, it's not going to do much damage. Yeah, we just need to get one, mate. They're very useful. As I said, my Goldenga here is very useful. Carries me through a lot. And then Iron Hands and a Zoom Reel for pretty much everything else. And then sometimes Slowbro, but rarely. Alright, well, I'm really tired. So I was going to do my try and sort of dinner between the stream. I think I'm probably just going to go and sort out on my own because I'm absolutely knackered. I'm going to stream later. But for now, I am going to stop. So thank you to everybody who joined today. I know this is a bit new. We're still getting there. We've been playing a lot of Hitman recently.
but Pokemon is the game I primarily play, so I will play more and more of it, especially when the DLC starts to come out. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to check out the Twitch if you're watching on the YouTube and follow, and if you're on Twitch, make sure to check out YouTube and follow. I upload all my VODs there, so you can catch up on any stream you may have missed. Make sure to check out and follow my Twitter, so you can get any updates of when I'm going live, things like that. But apart from that, thanks to everybody who joined today. Really appreciate all the support, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.